I told y'all Yordenis Ugas had a chance. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the boxing guru. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you've been here before. Thanks for coming back. Yordenis Ugas with the upset of Manny Pacquiao, man. I wish I would have laid down some money on Ugas. Because I don't know if you guys remember, I said Ugas had a chance. I knew Ugas had a chance to win. If Yordenis Ugas wins by decision, I would not be surprised at all. If he wins by knockout or TKO, stoppage, whatever, I will be absolutely stunned. I picked Manny Pacquiao, but I knew it was going to be a close fight. And I said, I'll be surprised if Ugas gets a stoppage, but I won't be surprised if he beats Pacquiao by decision. And that's exactly what happened. Funny thing about the fight is, on the undercard, I predicted that Guerrero was gonna win. I was watching the fight with some friends, and one of my boys was like, "Nah, I got Victor Ortiz, so we bet quick 50." So Guerrero got the win. Then he's like, "All right, why don't you bet that 50?" And I got Pacquiao, and I was like, you know what? My friend's a casual. He's not really like a big boxing fan. Shout out to Pete, but I was like, fuck it. Yeah, so I bet the 50 on Ugas because I knew Ugas had a chance. And in his mind, he's only seen Manny Pacquiao's fights. He never even heard of Ugas. And Ugas got the win. Man, the trash talking that was going on between the both of us during those two fights, man, was like amazing. So it was actually like real fun exchange. Shout out to my man Pete. I got you 100, man. I got a free Uber ride home. But yeah, anyways, let's get to the fight. So the fight... it was a bit of a boring fight, and when I say boring, not like Rigondeaux Casemiro, not that boring, but boring in the sense that like this guy was just jabbing, Ugas. He was just jabbing, one hard jab, and it was like, yeah, it was effective, but the jab is usually something to set something up. You jab, double jab, hit a right hand, then follow it with a hook, then you jab, then you feint, and then you go with a straight right hand. And it was pretty much just jab, 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 then an overhand right. It was very few hooks, very few diversity of punches. But as I said in the prediction video, Ugas is not particularly good at anything, like great at anything, excuse me. He just does everything good. He's a real fundamentally sound fighter. And the jab was working, and he was landing some hard jabs. And hey, he just kept going through to get the decision. Now, Manny Pacquiao. Man, it was so sad to see him, man. I don't want to see him fight again. Not because I'm not a fan. I'm obviously a fan, but I just don't want to see him get hurt. The three things that I noticed most is he didn't have the power he used to. He didn't have the foot speed he used to. And he wasn't moving his head, man. Like, oh my God, he was just staying there as a stationary target, getting hit with that jab. And again, I think what made Pacquiao most special, besides his hand speed, he's actually still had his hand speed, but besides his hand speed, I think what made Pacquiao most special is the angles that he would come in and come out. Like, he was very quick with his feet, very shifty. He would come in and move his head and duck and dodge and do this and throw punches from 19 different angles. And he just didn't have it in him to come in and jump in and do the angles like he used to. And it was a sad story, sad scene. I wrote something on Twitter how, I'm just happy I lived through the Manny Pacquiao era and I got to see him. Like, anytime my father or anybody older than me tells me about Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran and Hagler and all those guys, I know I can hold my head up high and said, I lived through the Pacquiao and Mayweather era. Those guys were just as great as those guys. And I don't want to hear from anybody, especially Manny Pacquiao. 8-division world champion, 5 lineal champions in 5 different divisions. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time, if not the greatest. And somebody who was a class act, did a lot for his country, became a congressman, a senator, and possibly is going to run for being the president. So, yeah, it was a sad thing, but it's like boxing. That's how it always ends, unfortunately. There's very few fighters that walk out without getting a beating. Ali got a beating before he got out. Tyson did. You know, Chavez did. Just a bunch of fighters. They fight for too long. You know, Ray Leonard did. Thomas Hearns did. Roberto Duran did. Everybody. So this shouldn't have effect anyway on his all-time status. He's definitely an all-time great, one of the best, one of my personal favorites, one of the most entertaining, one of the nicest fighters of all time. And I'm a huge fan, and I'm continue being a huge fan, and hopefully he's successful. And I'm glad to see that although he did get beat up, he wasn't beat up. Like, he didn't lose the, like, where, you know, you question his future health for the rest of his life. He just lost a fight. It was a legit loss, you know. But I'm just happy I got to see him in his prime. Alright guys, that's my video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button to help me out with the algorithm, and follow me on Twitter @_BroadwayJoel. Alright guys, until next time. Peace.